All right. Test.
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 I just thought this was interesting. I saw it. Art fans there's a painting out there, or a drawing, I should say, from 1882. You can just look up iPhone 1882, something like that, and this picture will probably come up here. So it's a 19th century image of a famous Scottish poet, Robert Burns, holding a rectangular item in a piece of art, and he's handing it to a woman, his love, Mary Campbell, as they declare their love for each other. And some people are saying that what he's handing her resembles an iPhone 1. So some people are speculating, is this a sign of time travel or otherwise? And then somebody else came back basically and said, actually, there's a tradition at the time to profess a love for somebody. You would hand them, you would exchange your personal Bible with your significant other over a stream or something like that, and that's what it appears is happening here.
I would love to fuck here as a buck of Jesus.
That's right. How times have changed, but I don't know. I just thought it was sort of interesting that some people actually think that an old work of art depicts an iPhone. Everybody's looking for any sign, any sense of time travel, etc. So I don't know. Go ahead. There's other examples, though.
If you look, one of the examples on the DVD of something circus. It was a Charlie Chaplin movie. The extras on there was people going to the theater to see that, right? And one of them was a woman, kind of with the same thing. It was very early video, no audio, and she's walking through and looking like she's talking to someone. Obviously, in the 19 teens and 20s, there were no devices like that. If you had a device like that, it would have been, with a giant antenna, but it looked like she was talking on the phone, and she passes the screen and kind of looks like surprised that she's caught by the camera. That's one of them. There's another one from the 1960s. It is, I can't remember what they were doing, what they were filming for, but it was a bunch of girls and boys from college kind of just meandering along, going to class and stuff. And one girl looked like she was, again, like talking on a cell phone as she's passing by. So this isn't the first example of situations like this and people seeing it or mistaking for it, whatever camp you fall into. But yeah, it's out there. There's a lot of different ideas, and again, I have a lot more. I like he could go on the hour thing about the Breaking Bad. I could go on I could go a whole fucking podcast about this. So, but I will give you those two examples.
Joey, do you believe in time travel? Do you think it's possible? Do you think there's been evidence of time travel? If so?
So, kind of like what Dean was saying, I've seen something similar to that before. I don't know if I believe it, but I also don't think I disbelieve it, if that makes sense.
That's a good way to put it. Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, kind of like, well, that shit could happen, but I'm like, if it could happen, then like I feel like someone would the information would get out somehow, right?
Sure.
Like, somehow it would get out, you would think. But if you can time travel, can you go back and make sure that situation didn't happen?
Right. See
not to blow your cover kind of thing.
Exactly.
Right.
The way I see it is for me, and you have all of this time travel and whatever paranormal conversations. I look at it as I believe in it enough to spark my imagination.
Yes.
I enjoy what it does to my thought and imagination and the wonder. If you sat me down with a fucking truth, and do I actually believe it? Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe it enough just to get excited to read more things about it, and I see it the same way I fucking believe in Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun to think about it and stuff like that. So, do I believe in time travel? Sure I do.
Nick, what do you think?
I do not. I don't know. Similar to what Joey said, though, like, I don't know that I'm not somebody that likes to ever say anything is like impossible. So I don't know that I would say that. I do not believe that anyone currently or has ever figured out up to this point how to time travel, or that it's a thing right now, personally.
Have you seen Quantum Leap?
I have not. I refuse.
Well, maybe you should. Maybe you should.
I know that when I see like examples like that, or I hear like these things like that, people think that it looks like they're talking on the phone. I think a lot of that stuff. What people see, we're conditioned to this world we live in now, and our brains fill in the blanks because we see something that we don't know a situation, we don't know what somebody's doing, it but kind of looks like this, and we just go, well, like in today's world, if you saw that clearly looks like they're on a phone, but.
It could have been like a little box you were shaking and like hearing something rattle, and you caught them.
Yeah, at a moment in time, we're just doing a thing that in today's world would mimic the activity of being on a phone. I don't know. That's kind of.
Have you ever seen the one with Mike Tyson? The Mike Tyson fight? I can't remember who he's fighting. It's in Las Vegas. But there's a guy in the crowd holding up that looks like an iPhone, filming it.
I've seen that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And obviously iPhones weren't invented back then.
Right.
But again, it could be something else. But like he was clearly filming something. Like there would the mannerisms again. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like just the other week, for example, there's a little clip circulating on Instagram and stuff of like somebody that looks exactly like LeBron James, like sitting behind LeBron while he was on the court, and it was like it even and it's a pretty good picture. The guy looks a lot like LeBron, and you're looking at this guy over LeBron James on the court with his Lakers jersey over his shoulder, like you're looking at and you're seeing their faces, and you're like, that looks like him. I mean, clearly, but it was thing going on like LeBron's so good that he's sitting down watching himself while he's actually playing and all this, But
I mean, but talking about if there was anybody that was to have such an ego to do, I get a time machine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go watch myself.
Go back and watch myself. That's the one thing Michael Jordan wished that he could have done. That he's like, it just made him sad that he'd never be able to watch himself play. But stuff like that, it's like you can actually look at it and it is convincing. But like if you didn't have like logic in your head, like you just be like, holy shit, like that looks like LeBron James watching LeBron James. But it'd be easy to fill in the blanks. So there is convincing evidence of things like that where you can actually see it, but it's just so I don't know that I don't believe in time travel up to this point, I should say. So, but it is interesting. It's fun stuff, like Dean said.
It is
sparks
fun.
your imagination. It's fun to shoot the shit about and like talk about and like if it was possible or whatever. But personally, I don't think I do. But it's fun to talk about.
There's always something I think about too. So kind of like what you were saying too, like when you brought up the LeBron sitting by the LeBron thing. Do you guys ever think, or do you believe that there could be like an exact doppelganger of you somewhere, like down to like an exact copy of you?
I've been told there is in the area that people have seen somebody that looks strikingly like me, that they've mistaken them for me.
No, Dean keeps trying to spread this rumor so that when he passes out in public or embarrasses himself that he's got it's not me, is the guy looks just like me in the same town, or when he whips his dick out at the gas station, it wasn't me, that was the guy that looks like me.
Nick, you want to give me a come on, man, you blow my fucking deal here, bud.
You just blew his cover.
Jesus. Wow.
That's just something I've always thought about too, because it's super funny. But I have a really, really close friend of mine, and we don't look the same, but however, we were born on the exact same day, like 4 hours apart. Like our birthdays are 4 hours apart. We were born in the exact same hospital, like the whole nine. and our personalities
That's
are
like Brian and Jesus.
identical. I can see it, honestly. We've been around a little longer than I thought. But he's just gonna start levitating in his seat. You know?
There is no seat. He's not. He's just levitating this whole time.
Yeah, my
He's
legs
a
are
pod
crossed
lander.
there. That's right.
And,
Go ahead, Joey.
No, I was just saying, like, I've seen, I mean, like I said, our personalities are like the exact same. So I always wonder if there's like a next step where there's like someone that looks just like you and is like maybe even acts the same as you, just like an exact copy somewhere. I don't know. Like,
I think it's possible.
I agree with more with that. There's always so many different ways people can look.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
Structures and eye color and facial features and all that stuff. Inevitably, somebody's going to have something similar as you. I think anyway.
Could you imagine somebody that looks exactly like me and with this personality? Jesus.
I don't think that's possible, dude. You might have just disproved my theory right there, actually.
It would be awful for them, right? I mean, like out of all the people I could be like, I look like that guy. Jeez, that sucks. Sucks DBU.
Yep. His friends are telling that guy right now, man, you look like you saw drugs in Northeast Ohio or something.
Yeah, that one's in Hawaii, actually.
Exactly. Yep. It's happening right now.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's happening right now. Yep. And that podcast is getting, I don't know, 70 views an episode. I don't know, something like that.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, good stuff.
Hey, did you like that video? You know you did, and we know you did. So stop screwing around and go like that video, subscribe to our channel, and join us for some more.